Hello, everybody. Um,
Hello.
for some reason, my YouTube is all sorts of messed up.
I've been having problems all day with electronics, and I mean at one point like the entire internet went down and it's like there's no such thing as internet. That's not what it said, but it's like there's no internet. That's what the screen said. I'm like, are you kidding me?
It is what it is. All right, now
It's
I gotta
Tuesday,
find
right?
my
We are
quotes.
doing Tuesday mental health with Des and me,
And
Melody.
Melanie.
Melody, well, it's your show.
Right.
Hello, finding your balance. Welcome to the show. Now
Hello, hello.
I am streaming this on my channel too. So in case I say hello to somebody and you're wondering who the hell is that person, but finding your balance is on Dez's channel, so
It's all good. It's all good.
we'll figure
I'm
this
gonna
out.
play this music. I just gotta turn it down. Well, not that low.
It's like Celtic little meditation.
Yup, I'm a little behind, so I do apologize. Almost.
I
It's
feel
one of
like
those days. We are off.
I want to go into a yoga studio and do some yoga and just relax and little take in the
Positive or happy vibes
positive.
only.
Inhale the positivity, exhale the bullshit.
That's right. We we is
James,
crazy.
AK Storage or Scavenger, on one of the other challenge, other accounts. I can't talk today. Hello, James.
Hello, hello.
That's what it is. Okay, so James, that's right. James said he had the finding your balance. Did you actually get started with the group with the show yet? Because I think you said you wanted to restart the show. It was either last week or the week. It was last week.
Oh
It was
no,
last week.
no, that's different. That was JC last week.
Oh, different. Okay,
Different
I'm
person.
confused.
Yep. This is yep. I've known James too for a long time.
Okay.
Hello, Save Robbie.
Hello, Robbie. Welcome to the show.
How are you doing, my friend? So, little story on Save Robbie. We ended up on a live together, and my daughter came down, and this is when she was a little bit younger, and a couple years ago, and she's like, "Is that Save Robbie? Is that Save Robbie?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my gosh, total fangirl." She loves Robbie.
I'm tempted to grab my headphones simply because I don't know why I'm having trouble hearing. It's my speaker.
Well, it might be the fact that I turned it way down, so let me turn it up a little bit.
I don't know if that's the problem, or I don't know if it's my speaker because it's just very scratchy. Remember I would mention earlier when you were.
Oh yeah, but I think that was my phone next to the induction.
Okay. I'm still hearing
so
it though.
Maybe turn up your sound a little bit.
We
That's
are
awesome.
doing well.
How is your husband, Robbie? Is he doing better? Robbie's husband is going through some stuff right now. So if you can all keep him in your prayers, that would be great. Or whoever you pray for, keep Robbie's husband in your prayers. He's doing good. Awesome.
He's doing good.
Yeah,
That's great.
That's awesome. Yeah, not a problem, Robbie. You're an awesome person, and your husband is an awesome person. So I got to watch them live in Vegas when they got married. It was actually pretty cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hello, JRKR. Welcome to the show.
Hey, JRKR, my friend. How you doing? So yeah, a beautiful
I love
wedding.
when people post their weddings live, that you get to actually be a part of it. You may not actually be at the wedding, but you get to see everything. I wish they would do that more often.
Well, Tommy and I, I want to get married in Vegas, and Tommy and I have talked about that, but I want a mobster wedding.
Ooh, happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas. You know what they say about that.
I want a mobster wedding. I want to get married at the mobster.
Tommy has to get dressed up in like the fedora with the gangsters.
Oh, and does he ever look good in
pinstripe suits with the shiny shoes, or no pinstripes?
Yeah, I've seen pictures like before Tommy and I got together, quite a few years before Tommy and I got together, he had a friend that had a mob wedding. Gangsta.
There's the gangsta. Eric
And
says, "How are you guys?" I'm
we're
hanging
doing
in there.
good.
I've had a rough week, but you know something? I think it's turning out for the better. I think it's finally. I'm starting to smile. Things are evening out, so I think things are going to turn around and be good for me.
That's awesome to hear.
I,
Yeah, I like the mob, and I really, really want a mob wedding. But Tommy, he had a friend where he stood up in the wedding, or he was in the wedding, and it was a mobster wedding. And I saw a picture of Tommy, and I was like, oh my God, so hot. So that is my dream wedding, is a mobster wedding. I want to get married in the mobster museum, or the mob museum.
that would be cool.
And so, yeah,
I had that little set of shot glasses that had each of the mobsters, like it had Alfred Hitchcock, it had and it gave like a little, and I'm just thinking of that like little wedding favors or something like that with the little.
We actually have, for our wedding photos, we actually have slot machine. You know, remember the slot machines, the old glass slot machine covers? So where the wheels would spin, we actually have a bunch of those glass inserts that were on slot machines, and that's what we're gonna put our wedding pictures in.
That's awesome.
Couple different designs, and ooh, that glass is heavy. I would reach up and get it, but I am one, too short, and two, I would be so scared that I would drop it. And yeah, but they are. We got them at an auction, I believe. I don't know if Tommy's in here listening.
Don't you love how you find unique items at auctions that you would never normally find?
When he took me to Vegas for the first time, let me tell you, that was an interesting drive. But we had to have been like 40, 50 miles away from Vegas. And Tommy's like, oh, look, that's Vegas. And I went, that's awfully small for this whole big ordeal that everybody keeps talking about. He's like, we're like 40, 50 miles away yet. And I went, what?
You still got a long way to go.
Yeah,
Hi,
we still
Tammy.
have a long
Welcome
way
to
go.
the show.
Hello,
in case you're wondering, I am dual streaming. So anything you say probably won't be seen by other people. So if you want to come over to Dez's channel, in fact, I should post. Let me put it on top. So just in case, if you want to check out, and I'll pin this to the top. Pin message. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, this way they know we're on Dez's. Just in case if you want to talk to everybody. If not, it just supports the stream. We're dual streaming it. Yep. I wish YouTube had the capabilities that you can actually see everybody else's comments.
Yeah, we can see them in StreamYard. I just don't. You guys can't see each other's comments. Like if you're on Melanie's channel, then you won't see your comments.
Dez is having a strobe light.
No. Hold on.
The breaker?
The top light just went out. It's motion detection.
Oh, it's motion. So you need to like wave your hands or something?
Yep.
Okay, there you go.
And then it goes out when there's no movement. So, oh, awesome. So yeah, but the first time I went to Vegas, actually it was like a year and a half before my spleen. So maybe 2 years before my spleen. And so I was thinking, you know, if I wouldn't have made it through my spleen stuff, at least I would have been able to go to Vegas. However, I do want to go to Fremont Street. I didn't get an opportunity to check that out. So our next trip to Vegas, I want to go check out Fremont Street.
I went once. It was for my grandmother's 80th birthday. We all went to Vegas. But here's the thing. So all of us go to Vegas. They ended up getting sick. They were sick from the moment on the plane till they left. So they were stuck in the hotel room, sick as anything. I'm like, bye! So I literally did the vacation alone. The only time we got together was in the evening time when we would have dinner because they were still sick as anything. And then the last couple of days was when I got sick.
Oh, no.
Hello, Chew. Chew is driving by. How are you?
Hello,
If you
hello.
want, there's a link up top. We're actually streaming on Dez's channel, so if you want to talk with everybody else, ziplined at Fremont, that's fun. You get to go right above everybody.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
I get this image that somebody's gonna, I shouldn't say this, but that somebody's gonna get sick up there, and because they're all over everybody, it's gonna like rain down on you.
Yeah,
and,
I
no.
don't know how I feel about the zip line. We have zip lines in the Dells, and it just isn't. I'm too scared of heights.
Me too. I don't like heights. I need to be grounded. My feet need to be on the ground.
Yeah.
Jared Care's like, nope, not happening. No ziplining.
Oh, come on, Jared Care. If you do it, I'll do it.
Like, nope. Absolutely not happening.
Oh crap! I threw that out there. Now she'll take me up on it, and we'll have to do it. We can hold hands going down it. We'll scream together.
It's like, ah! I went ziplining as a kid, but I don't think I could do it. Well, I can't do it as an adult anyway. It's weight issues, but still, it's like when I used to do the Boy Scout Jamboree, because my my uncle at the time was a like a Boy Scout leader, and they used to have the family jamborees that you could get together. So I would go with and they had the zip lining, and they had all that fun stuff.
Yeah, we have so many different zip lines in the Dells now, and I just don't know if I could do it. Jaslyn wants to do it. I think Jaslyn could get Tommy to do it. However, I don't know.
You will be the one taking the pictures. Somebody has to be the one to stand on the ground and take the pictures of them going down.
And video it, yeah.
Exactly. That's
with my luck, I would probably be the one that nails everybody.
Mommy's in the house. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I was just telling the story about Vegas. Although I do have to say I had fun, even though I was like by myself the first half of the trip, and the second half of the trip was having dinner with them. I was able to do everything. I mean, I went to a vampire show, which was awesome. I gambled. I did like all the touristy things. But the worst part is if you're by yourself, you can't take really. I mean, it was at the time before selfie sticks and stuff like that. I couldn't really take pictures of myself.
Selfies. That's when you need a selfie stick.
Well, we didn't have at this time. This was like how many years ago? Like 12 years ago. They really didn't have the phones that were really, really good. Like you had the little flip Motorola type phone that you could barely take pictures with. Yeah, this was a different time.
Like this, and then you're
exactly
got yourself in it.
So my camera was actually a digital camera, and you really can't take selfies with a digital camera. So
yeah, you probably end up taking a picture up your nose or really close to your eye for some reason.
But she went a couple of times. She had, as they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I still want to go back.
We want to go back just because I do want to check out Fremont Street. You know, part of our trip, I mean, it was a great time, but we did have some complications when we were there with one of the people that we were there with. And we ended up leaving early because of it. And so we didn't get to really spend a whole time. Although I do have to say, Vegas is where I found my love for rum.
What kind of rum? Regular rum? Spice rum?
It was a blueberry rum that was frozen.
Ooh, and because it's fruity and frozen, it's going to hit you a lot harder, and you don't realize it, and you're just going to keep drinking.
Was it called Fat? Maybe Robbie knows. Are they called Fat Tuesdays or something? Something Tuesday.
Yeah, Fat Tuesday is usually a Mardi Gras thing.
Okay.
Where they give you
they have them. They have this particular shop throughout Vegas, and it serves slushies that have alcohol in them.
Yes.
And so we got one, a big one, and I think I ended up drinking most of it. And then he took me to one place that I've heard about but never eaten at, White Castle.
Ooh.
So I was intoxicated.
But that's good when you're drunk.
So I was intoxicated. My feet were killing me, but I couldn't really feel my feet because I was intoxicated. And then he took me somewhere to eat, White Castle. We bought burgers for the kids to bring back to the hotel room. And my happy drunk butt decided that I was going to eat the White Castle burgers because the kids were.
I need to know one question. Did you ever go to White Castles after that when you were sober?
No, we ended up having to leave early.
Okay.
We had a plan.
The reason I ask is, okay, White Castles definitely is your drunk person, high person, intoxicated person, like whatever you're impaired with, White Castles is the place to go. If you are not impaired, that food is disgusting.
Oh, really? Okay, real quick, I almost forgot. I like to, start my show with a beautiful, positive, uplifting quote.
Yes.
So, because it is the month of March, I was going to say March of month, and it's St. Patrick's Day, even though it has passed, it's still March. So, this is the quote that I have for this week. For each petal on the shamrock, this brings a wish your way. Good health, good luck, and happiness for today and every day. It is an Irish blessing.
Yes, it was St. Patrick's Day this weekend. I try not to think about this weekend, but it's a bad memory because I was just talking about my grandmother, but that's when my grandmother passed away, was on St. Patrick's Day.
I'm sorry.
So here I'm talking about her at Vegas. But that's beautiful.
But you want to bring up happy memories?
Yes, I want. Well, actually, I want to just address what JRK said. In other words, it's not good. Okay, this is a happy but disgusting memory, if I may. White Castle's burgers. They are. If you've never had a White Castle burger, first of all, they're a little tiny square. They're just like the size of a slider. The burger itself is thin with holes in it, and they shove as many onions as they can fit. Now, I despise onions. And then they put this on a little tiny little bun that you could literally just squash, and the grease just comes gushing out. And it's nothing but having like an entire onion in your mouth. And then the burger gets so thin, it turns into this gray, disgusting consistency because it doesn't maintain its burger color.
I probably would not have even realized. Hi, Adam. Welcome.
Hello, Adam. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have noticed. I mean, I have some really great memories that I hope I never lose. But my Vegas experience, because Tommy had been there plenty of times before, and so this was my first time. Me and the kids, we all went. We ended up with a babysitter, and somebody else came with us. And so it was definitely an experience for my first time, and it was definitely well worth it. And so when we go back, it's going to be us three, and if we can find somebody that can go with and hang out with Jaslyn, that'd be awesome. Somebody her age that she's friends with. And that way, we can experience it. We did go for, yes, that's right. I'm sorry, honey. Tommy lived in Vegas. I know he was there lots of times. I did space the whole he lived in Vegas. But, and he loves Vegas. And that is that's like on the list of places that if the right opportunity happens, we're moving.
Go for it.
Yeah. So, because of the whole sun thing for me, what's beautiful about Vegas is a lot of things are opened at night because it's so hot during the day. So I won't be as affected by the sun as I would anywhere else. Everything would be open during the day.
I have a problem with the palm trees.
Palm trees? Are you allergic?
I'm allergic to palm trees. So Florida, I was sick at. California, Vegas, I got very sick. So I finally figured out it's the palm trees, because here in Texas, even though it's hot and everything, there's no palm trees here.
Okay. Yeah, see, and I was born in Florida, so I know palm trees. I don't have an issue. So I'm good. I'm good. And I do. Oh, so when we were down there as well, okay. So it was pretty hot there. However, it was gorgeous. I loved, that was the first time in a long time that I actually was warm and didn't feel like I needed to crawl in a blanket, because I'm cold all the time. But when we were in Vegas, we didn't have to take any medication when we were down there. Our bodies weren't hurting like it is
What
here.
time of year did you go down, though? I'm just curious. Was it the summer or fall?
Tommy,
Winter?
what time of year was it? I think it was like, I believe it was 4th of July. It was during
So
the
it
4th
was
of July.
during the summer. That's a hot,
Mhm.
because I remember going down there and it was like 120 degrees. It was hot as, excuse me, but it was dry. That's what I liked
Yes.
about it. It's you don't sweat. The sweat just,
Right.
so you have to make
Exactly.
sure that you stay hydrated, because
Yes.
you don't realize how much liquids you lose.
I loved it there, and Tommy did too. I mean, I know he said he lived there, and stuff like that, and he did.
Excuse me. I don't know why I'm coughing tonight.
I was warm. Like, my hands weren't ice cold when we were there. The dry heat was phenomenal. Neither one of us had to take medicine when we were there. And so it was awesome. There's 2 places, I believe, at the moment that we're looking at to see where would be a better fit. So whichever 2 places, Vegas or Alabama, whichever one.
You're like, too hot, too hot. The hottest day was 109 when we were there. Yeah.
It was.
You do feel the heat. The heat is.
Yeah, when you're directly in the sun, yeah, you definitely feel the heat. But like, it felt so good. Oh, and then, okay, real quick. So Vegas does have a homeless population thing going on. And we decided to take the kids and their babysitter, and we were going to walk down the strip. And yeah, I didn't see this guy that was laying literally, like, I'm not used to seeing that kind of stuff. I'm a small town girl. We didn't have that issue when I was growing up. We just never saw it, and so we were at the stoplight waiting for it to turn so that we could walk across the street, right? And there was a guy that was laying on the ground, and I didn't see him, and I was just, I'm just looking at everything. I was
tripped over him.
He grabbed my ankle, and from that, no, he didn't trip me. He just scared me, and I like, what the heck? And I looked down, and Tommy and the kids and the babysitter were like, "Oh, your boyfriend likes you." Like, he became my boyfriend the rest of the
time. I would have
kicked
like, him in the face or something.
I was like, I'm like, that is not okay.
I seriously, no, if somebody scares me like that, I would have probably kicked him in the face, and I'm bad.
I just froze, I just totally froze, and I was just like, dang. I'm like, oh my God.
He should have never put his hands on you.
And that's the thing. I mean, I think really what it was is I think he just rolled over and just didn't realize I was there. I didn't know he was there. And I think that's more like how it...
Okay, if it's something like that, but I mean, if he's literally on the floor reaching out, grabbing your legs.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was like that at all. I just think that because they were sleeping in very strange places, like when we were walking into, I think it was New York, there was people sleeping on the little plant ledge, and that was something that was very much hard to get used to when you've never seen it before. It was definitely a mind blown. It was like,
And
That really
I feel
does
bad.
happen
You
or
run the
happen.
topic domestic violence, and here I am like, I'll kick the guy in the face if he tries to grab. But the way I took it was he grabbed in an
Yeah, he does.
aggressive way.
No,
Yeah, if it
no,
was an
not in an
accident
aggressive
that you
way.
bumped into him, for me it's no big deal. But I mean,
Yeah,
I've had
and
cases where people tried to flash me. They've tried to grab me. They've tried to take my. Oh yeah, flashing is a big thing in New York, on the subway.
no, in New York, and Vegas.
Oh, okay, but you mentioned New York as well. But I'm just saying, as far as the homeless population, there was a very large homeless population in New York, and like in the city, when you ride the subways, that was the best place for them to sleep, because literally the subway just goes around in circles, and they could stay on the subway 24/7.
Oh.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why if there's police, they tell them that they have to go to a second car, but all they have to do literally is get off the next exit and then wait for the next train, and they could just literally drive around in circles for the whole day.
Yeah, see, and I'm not, like I said, I guess I was naive before we moved there or went to visit there, because you see on like TV and stuff like that, people being homeless. I've known people who become homeless, but there was always a place for them to go. In Vegas,
There's too many of them.
It's not really like that from what I was seeing. My personal look at how it was, and there was just too many. And for somebody who didn't grow up around it, didn't really hear about it, it was a foreign thing for me, and I couldn't quite wrap my head around what the issue was and why there were so many.
And now it's to the point that there really is nothing, because and this goes down to mental health. There are those who are homeless because of some sort of life tragedy, and it's a temporary situation. But then there are those who literally choose that lifestyle because of their mental. And it's a very, very sad thing. It doesn't matter if you did give them a place, they would end up back on the streets. And it's such an extreme. I mean, I've known people who are homeless living in their cars, but all they're trying to do is they lost their home. It was a tragedy. They're just trying to make enough money so that they could put a down payment on an apartment, or they could do this, or they could do that. And it's just a temporary situation for them. And then there are others that the system has failed them. They have schizophrenia. They have mental disorders. They're always going to be on the street no matter what. No matter what you try to help them, they're back on the street the next day. So it's like, how do you help that? Yes, there are shelters, but shelters only have X amount of beds. If you have a shelter that has 20 beds, how do you take 500 people in?
I was going to ask Tommy a question, and I just lost it.
We have while you're thinking, we have the local Salvation Army shelter where they will take people. But like I said, if they only have 40 beds, but you have like a line of 500 people trying to get a bed, whose priority do you take? Who do you help?
Yeah, and it is. It's very sad to see it. But then, again, like you said, there's a lot of people that choose to have that lifestyle. And then the mole people in Vegas
that live in the
mole. Yeah, the ones that live in the underground.
Yeah.
I've seen some documentaries of that. I really didn't think that was real. I thought it was like made up, and I guess it's not.
They got subway people too that live under.
It's weird, I guess, in a sense that people would choose that. And that excludes all the ones that just can't help it and they're trying. But then you have the people that purposely want to live out there, and it's like, no, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't make it.
There's a society called the Freegan Society. It's free, FREEGAN. And basically, their beliefs is that everything in life should be free. So they will get all their food from the dumpsters. They will exchange things for free. They will grow their own stuff. It's like, in fact, I was also part of the Freegan boating community, because what they do is they take demolished boats, redo the boats so that they become functional boats, and then give them away for free. It's an amazing society, and I mean, there's all these different chapters that you can look at,
Right.
and it's like that is a lifestyle of its own. Like, why do we have to be on the grid? Why do we have to pay taxes? Why do we have to do what we do on a daily basis when nature, life, and everything around us, particularly with how greedy, materialistic, and selfish people are in general? I mean, okay, this doesn't happen in most cities, but definitely in New York, you could go on any given garbage day and literally furnish your entire house with the garbage that they just throw on the street.
I've seen resellers do that.
Yeah.
Go
Totally.
Travel around showing all the different things that people throw out. Some of that stuff's crazy.
Yes, because it's almost as if...
Real quick. I wasn't saying that resellers get the stuff to furnish their whole house. I'm just saying that I've seen videos with resellers who drive around and show all the stuff that people throw away.
I'm going to be the reseller. Half my house is stuff that I've either acquired through a thrift store, got for free, or I'm not going to be ashamed to admit that.
I'm not. I love thrift stores. I grew up with thrift stores in my life. Not the same way a lot of other people did. I didn't grow up with name brand stuff. We just got stuff from the thrift store, and it was no big deal. It was clothes. It was clothes on our backs and shoes on our feet, and so it was no big deal. And now I see, people who, source their, they make a living off of, going to thrift stores and stuff like that, and that's pretty cool. I mean, however you want to do it, So but we, with the kids and everything, I wasn't buying them name brand stuff. They're going to grow out of it in 2 weeks. So we just bought them thrift store clothes, and they love their thrift store clothes. And with Jaslyn, the louder and crazier the outfit, the happier this girl is. But she also likes picking for herself now too. So, which is nice.
So, I mean, there's nothing wrong. I mean, I know somebody who literally is rebuilding his entire house from nothing, and everything he gets, every board he puts in, is somehow either gotten through donation, either gotten through garbage picking, either gotten through a thrift store. I mean, it's amazing how wasteful our society is, and that's part of the whole thing about the Freegan Society that I was talking about. Mm-hmm. But just think of, I mean, I can't tell you how many opportunities I had where I could have gotten some amazing pieces. I just didn't have the car space or the ability to put it in my car in order to retrieve it.
Yeah.
And it almost as if that there's a strange correlation with the more money people have, the more wasteful they are. I'm not saying everything, but it is.
In some of the YouTubers that I've seen, they always say, like, going and, go to the rich areas and see what they're throwing out. And I'm just like,
yeah,
wow. Like, I would love to have that armoire in my house. That thing is gorgeous. But because there's a little piece that, chipped off, they throw it away. And it's like, that's called fingernail polish, paint, or, something that you can touch that up, no problem.
Finding Your Balance says, okay, good, great. I grew up on thrift store. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Hi, Spirit Junkie. Welcome to the show. Okay, I grew up on thrift store clothes. I still get a lot of stuff from thrifting and storage cleanouts. It's not just for reselling. Exactly. I'll admit I get clothing as well. JRK says, I like getting my clothes cheap. I mean, okay, why? And this is a society question. Why are we spending $50, $75, $100 on a name brand thing when you can get it at the thrift store? Now, my thrift store sells t-shirts for 85 cents. I will say that. That's not where everybody sells. I know some people, their t-shirts are $5 or $4.99. Some t-shirts are $9.99. But it's like, it all has to do with demographics. In my area, I can get things extremely cheap. And it is name brand stuff. And
time to go shopping. No, see, okay, so here's something that where me and Tommy are completely opposite. Okay. And I don't know if it's just my personality or if it's a mental health thing. I don't know. And honestly, personally, I don't care. I like stuff that doesn't match.
Okay.
I like mixed matched things. Okay. I want a wall that has windows. It's a window wall. But I want every flipping window to be different on that wall.
So you can see out in different perspectives.
I don't know if it's that or if because I did see somebody do that and I instantly fell in love with it.
Or the way the light comes in. The light is going to come in different angles.
Yeah, and that really could be it. Tommy likes his things to match.
Oh, you're opposites that way.
We are very much opposites that way. Like when Tommy and I got together, he matched. I thought I matched, but later learned out that I didn't match. So that might be my personality. I don't know, but I do.
That's okay. That's cute.
And he still loves me for it. Like there are certain things like, okay, right now our living room doesn't match. But I love it. He's talking about, well, let's sand everything down and paint it one color.
Oh no, you want rainbows and okay, so Finding Balance has a good thing on marketing. I like my clothes, furniture, and dishes to match. She does.
But, okay, so yes. And I love the fact that Tommy matches. Now, if we're going somewhere where we have a meeting or, something that's important, I always ask him, do I match? I am shade colorblind, so shades throw me off. I can't help that. That's where it comes into where I always thought I matched, but found out later on that I didn't. And so if we're going somewhere important, if we, have a meeting or whatever, I'm always like, do I match? And he'll look and he'll be like, yeah, that doesn't match that. And then I'm like, help! And, he helps me. And when I pick out his clothes, like if he's jumping in the shower, and I'm like, honey, I'm gonna get your clothes. He's like, please make sure it matches. And I'm like, I'll try. So, like, I'll grab his pants, because he likes to wear those windbreaker pants. And so I'll grab those, and then I'll grab 2 shirts just to make sure, 2 sweaters, and hope and pray that they match.
I'll mix and match it. Yeah, fine. Okay, you got it. Yeah. When you see so much at a rummage sale, it's crazy to spend a lot on clothes. Yeah, because a rummage sale is so cheap, particularly with Goodwill that does it by the pound. I love that. If you do the
bins. The bins. Marketing, that's it. They study psychology and use it to manipulate people into buying stuff they don't need and overcharge them for it. Yes. I will have to agree on that one.
There's an interesting fact, and I guess I shouldn't call it a fact. It's an interesting thing if you ever notice about really, really, really high-end rich people's clothes, is that they try to mimic poor people, but do so at a price that's astronomical. So in other words, like for example, they will take
the holes in the pants.
Jeans. I'm sorry. What did you say?
The holes in the pants.
Yeah, like they'll do the holes in the pants. They'll do the workers' pants where they stress it to make it look like they're like working or dirty or that kind of things. And they'll slap a $2,000 price tag on these jeans or whatever.
They can keep those jeans. I'll just buy some from the thrift store and cut my own holes in them, and they'll be appropriately. It doesn't even have to be
cutting holes. It's like it's a marketing thing. They're selling to a clientele who thinks they need it simply for the name, and it's ridiculous. Nothing matches in my house. Hey, I'm the same way. I don't have anything that matches.
Tammy says, my husband is an outdoorsman and everything in my house is brown or doesn't bother me. Camo.
The only thing that I was able to actually match, which I'm actually proud of, is the fact that I found, while thrifting at an estate sale, a 16-piece, not 16 pieces, but it serves 16 people. That's what I mean by 16 pieces. And it's everything. It's the plate, the bowl, the little cup, the this, the that. It's the whole serving set. And it's this gorgeous sunflower serving set that if I wanted to have a party for 16 people, I can. I bought the whole set simply because it was $5 for the entire set.
So you match.
Yeah, so I match. So all my plates match because I've got 16 plates, 16 bowls, 16 salad dishes, 16. Yeah, the whole thing matches.
Okay, so every time Tommy wins and gets a new dishes set, one of the dishes always ends up getting broke.
Oh, I break dishes all the time.
And it's not on purpose. Like Jaslyn, we had a really nice plate set, dishes set. It was awesome. Jaslyn was drying and all of a sudden it slipped out of her hand and shattered all over the floor. That's
my biggest issue. Washing dishes, my hands shake and I don't have good, that I can't hold it. So I'll be washing the dish and all of a sudden it falls and shatters. And I'm like, so that's why I don't mind having the 16 sets.
Those ones go in the dishwasher.
Eventually it's going to dwindle down to nothing. Antlers and military stuff.
You know, that's pretty cool. I mean, my dad's divorced and he's got deer heads in his living room. It's a man's house. You know it's a man's house. When my mom and him were together, my mom painted the kitchen this bright tropical blue-green color. And it was loud. Holy crap, was it loud. She said that she didn't realize it was that color. Well, the second that my dad was able to paint over that, he did. But
Andy Balance says that all of the dishes and silverware are a hodgepodge of storage units. That's the way to do it. I mean, like I said, I found so much stuff when I did storage units, when I did thrift store finds. I mean, now I mostly do thrift stores, but you could find a lot of great stuff in storage units.
I'm trying to put a set together. It's bone china.
Ooh.
I have some pieces. I had the whole set at one time, but not all the pieces made it. So what I have is left over. It's one of my prized possessions, is my bone china collection that I have. And I'm trying to find certain pieces that I had before to replace it, but that stuff is hard to find. And when you do find it, it is up there in price.
Yeah,
so it's very frustrating.
And it easily gets chipped as well.
It's the thicker stuff.
JRKF says she has her mom's china and only used it maybe once.
Yeah, that's usually how it works. That's usually how it works. I have, I don't know if I still do, but I have a china set from one of my grandparents. And I don't know if I still have it or not. I have a light green or blue, couldn't tell you the color of the tote, which I have to replace the tote because it's old. But it's got like my prized possessions in that tub. I had a hope chest from my aunt and the lid was taken off and it disappeared. So I have the bottom half of the hope chest, and Tommy, when we get time and can find the right piece, he's actually going to rebuild the lid for me so that I can put all that stuff that's in the tote in that hope chest. So it's a yellow color, yellow creamy color, and it's cedar. So we just haven't been able to find the right piece for it that will match and go with it. So, and it's an older one, and so now my stuff is sitting in a rubber maze. but it's my prize stuff is in there. I do have a few prize possessions that I have that I've been able to keep throughout the years in this house, but just not a really good spot to put them. I need a china cabinet so that I can display it. When is a china set supposed to be used? I've never used mine. Whenever you feel like it.
Yes. And Tammy brings up a good point. She says, as I get older, stuff just isn't that important. I cherish my rock and crystal collection, though. You know something? I probably shouldn't say this way, but I learned something very valuable as well, because when I moved, I didn't necessarily bring everything with me. I had to abandon a lot of stuff when I moved from Stephenville here. And as time has passed, I thought, I can't believe I gave that up. I can't believe I gave that up. And I think about it. But then at the same time, I was able to restart my whole life. And I mean, there are people like, okay, in this situation, it was my choice that I chose to abandon. But there are people that maybe due to a fire, maybe due to tragedy. I mean, we talked about a little bit with domestic violence. In a situation where they have to run out of the house fast and leave their stuff just to maybe protect the kids or protect themselves or whatever, it's tough. So I sort of agree. I have very, very little materialistic things that I cherish. In fact, I almost want to say I don't collect anything. When people are like, oh, what do you collect? I don't necessarily collect anything, because I've already realized the value that you're not always going to have it. So
crazy what people leave in storage units. Yeah, I cannot relate to that at this time. Check back with me in a few years. Tommy's talking about storage units. I know that when I left the situation that I was in, the DV that I was in, I was very thankful that my hope chest was at my parents' house, because otherwise I would have lost that. And that was given to me by my godmother / aunt. And then when she passed away, because she had saved stuff from the time I was born until I turned 18, and she gave me, that was my 18th birthday present from her. And in there was a bunch of stuff from when I was born till I turned 18.
Oh.
It was, and a lot of the items that were in there are now gone. I was never able to get them back. You all right?
We heard noise, but all of a sudden you looked
I didn't hear exactly what that was said. And so I was very thankful that, that was at my parents' house, and that was one thing that I didn't lose. I do have my Zippy, which is something I've had since, he was calling for Jasmine. Okay. I thought maybe I was missing something. But yeah, I do have my Zippy doll. He actually is a promotional plush that the post office had. And my mom got it. I don't know when she got it, but I know it's been around since before I was born. I just turned 44.
Oh, wow.
And he is, Zippy is my pride and joy. he is one of my pride and joys. But he is in our house, and right now he's sitting on the couch. Maybe I can have Jasmine bring him down or bring it down because I have a shamrock dress on, Zippy. I
You put a
don't.
shamrock. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, it's got a shamrock dress on, flurries, fluffy little skirts and stuff like that. And so I have because of the experience I went through, I've learned that I have some items set aside that if anything were to happen, I can grab those items, and those are the most important things that I have. Now, the Hope chest is in storage, so that I don't have to worry about. The tote with my items in there, they're safe in storage. Did you bring them? Did you bring it?
Oh, she's getting the thing. While you're getting that, Finding Balance said my brother had an apartment fire 5 years ago and lost everything. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, you never know what the devastation that you have to start your life over. All right, I want to see Zippy. Oh, Zippy's one of those. Oh, those are those creepy monkeys that usually have the little symbols that go bang bang.
No. This was a post office promotional plot. Tommy says he's creepy.
He is.
I don't care. He's mine. I've had him since before I was born.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, Tommy says he's gonna give him symbols and he's gonna do this with him.
Yes.
Why did you bring them all down?
She's hiding him now. She's like,
Oh, okay. So this is the stuff that's on our couch. Okay, we are not crazy people. We just like having these guys in our living room because when certain people come over, it creeps them out and they don't stay long. So you got Zippy. Then you got the blue sock monkey.
sock monkey.
And maybe I should do this.
Put yourself big. Yeah, so if I can see a monkey.
Once I figure out how to do that. Oh, there we go. So here's
Definitely.
the blue sock monkey.
Look how cute that is. And he's smiling.
We actually got this one. We got him when we went to the Benz for the reseller meetup for Wisconsin. So this is one of the guys.
And what about the creepy hamburger dude?
Oh no, he's not a hamburger. He's a
I know, he said he was a hamburger dude.
Then we have
That's a big wait, you see he's missing an arm? Oh no, he has the arm.
No, he's got both arms.
Okay,
These monkeys here are Tommy's. The sock monkeys are Tommy's. So we have this guy, and he's really big. Okay. I guess Tommy sent them all down so that I could show the whole family.
In other words, you have a couch of monkeys, but no room for people. Definitely.
And he's
you
big
have
too.
an amazing sock monkey collection.
Now, he goes to almost my ankles.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So if so, this is our.
You don't allow people on your
monkey.
couch. Only this is like the monkey couch.
Well, and the thing is we don't get a lot of people that come over and visit, and sometimes the ones that do, we're like, okay, we've had enough, and so we have our safe zone.
As long as the monkeys start like not talking and moving or staring at.
No, they don't. But Tommy's funny with that. And then he's got.
She's going to get more monkeys. Oh, I've never seen somebody with this many big monkeys. I'm used to little tiny monkeys that are like handheld, but yeah, we sort of went off topic. This is normal. We're just traveling with whatever. See, I would say
this is what helps with my mental health.
This is my little couch monkey. Hope is right here. Oh, be brave.
Another monkey.
Oh my
now,
god!
a lot of these are Tommy's, just so you know.
No drama llama.
He likes. So on all our poles down here, except for this one, he's got these type of monkeys that have the Velcro
that wrap around.
them,
Yeah.
and he wraps them around the poles. I think that's to help me. Yeah, hold on. The next. Then there's this one.
Oh my! You are covered in monkeys.
Another one.
Okay, everybody, you know what you need to get, Des, if like anything, if you find a monkey.
It's a different type of monkey, but it's a monkey. And then Tommy's little bear. This is another thing. I just pulled this out of storage.
It looks at you and it watches you.
Talk about.
That's creepy.
It's,
oh my god, its
for
eyes
real.
closed and open. It's creepy.
It's for real.
And it's gonna start talking to you. It's creepy.
It's giving kisses right now.
I'm sorry. Des, the monkeys are cute. That one creeps me out.
It creeps the cat out too. But yeah, this is a for real pet.
Yeah. And you train
and
them
we
to
have-
like talk and stuff. So I want to know how many people in the chat room collect dolls or stuffies or. I only have one stuffed animal. My stuffed animal I named Turnip. I should have named it Radish because it's red, and for whatever reason I thought that turnips were red. Turnips are not red. So I named him Turnip.
No.
I meant to call it a Radish, but I named it Turnip. Hello, Reseller Robo. Welcome to the show. Jared cares like Planet of the Apes. You've got the entire monkey collection. They're gonna come after you.
Hey, I treat my monkeys very well. They're very spoiled. They have their own couch.
You need to put that one next to. I forgot the original one's name. Fitz.
Oh, yeah. Let me throw these back over there.
What did you name your first monkey? The one that looked like
Zippy.
Zippy. Okay, I said Flippy for some reason. You need to do Flippy and the other one together and have them talk to each other. Valerie's like, that's Chucky. I'm telling you, I'm sorry, that's a creepy doll.
In our house, we love monkeys.
I would go get Turnip, but Turnip was with me when I was in the hospital and I had my gallbladder taken out. So I thought I was dying, so I had this little red dog that I just clutched next to me. So that was my little Turnip story.
Thank you. Yeah, it's very,
It's
very
red
long.
and it's beautiful and it's long. Look at
It
that.
goes past my behind.
Mm-hmm.
So I always have to I'm always pulling it because I will sit on it and I'm like, ow.
Yank it like that.
Oh, and then Tommy and Jocelyn just gave me this guy. He's my little.
I thought it
Christmas
was a
doll.
hamburger.
Yeah, she thought it was. I was gonna see how many people made a comment about it being in my background since it was a new item in my background. But isn't he cute? He's
See, okay,
bigger than my
I
head.
noticed things in people's backgrounds. So when something is new and different, I'm like, oh, but I couldn't figure out what it was because she had it on top of the ribbons, and I'm like, it looks like a hamburger bun. Cherokee wants to know, how is Jazz doing on eBay?
Well, she's doing pretty good actually. I turned the monkey off so it doesn't creep everybody out. She's doing actually pretty good. She sold a couple more items. I'm hoping that she'll come on live with Tommy or go live with Tommy and talk about it. So
eBay has been slow for everybody, though. I mean, even selling a couple items is great, but
they
it's
just
like
rebooted the store, the Bargain Effect eBay store. And so that's where she's been learning to list. She's been doing it for about 2 weeks and she's made quite a few sales. She's, taking all the pictures. Here, let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
Nope,
in
that's not
general, a lot of people have been complaining how eBay has been going downhill. But you know something? The idea is keep listing, keep putting stuff up daily, and it'll turn around. It also depends on what you're listing. I'm not complaining because I know I haven't been listing and taking eBay as seriously as I should be taking it. So that's what I'm going to try to do.
I don't know how to find it on eBay. So
Finding your balance got permabanned on eBay. Something, I'm almost at that point. They reduced my listings and I'm a little upset about that. So I got a severe reduction in listings. But you know something, I'm I'm doing okay. I'm going back. So it's like, got permaban. And that's the thing. It's like once they permaban you, you can't do it like another. They'll just find your IPS address or whatever and say, nope, you can't go back on. I'm trying to figure out if it's raining or not. I like keep hearing sounds, but I don't know.
It might be the music.
Your music is like so calming. If you can't hear the music, she has gentle, calming, like Celtic style music in the background. Just meditational, like home. All right, so you're pulling up the eBay store?
Yeah. But I'm not good at this.
Oh, there you go. She had listed her first item 2 weeks ago, had 135 in sales and 120. Good for her. That's excellent.
Thank you.
They
Because
forced me into managed payments, and when I put my info, they flagged me as a fraudulent activity. Tried to get them to fix it, and they would never respond to me.
oh boy.
Well, now everybody has to be in managed payments. So I was one of the stupid people that actually volunteered to be on management payments. I was one of their test dummies a couple of years ago.
I
they
don't
definitely
mind it,
changed-
actually.
What?
I personally don't mind it.
It's fine now. When it first started, particularly with us being the test dummies, it was horrible.
Was it?
Yeah. There was so, and I mean, that's why they gave the test dummies for people like me. They wanted to see what the bugs were, what the issues were, and this and that. So when they finally released it to everybody, the program was so much better. Oh, okay, there he goes. He just put Jaslyn Stores.
Thank you. I'm sitting here trying so darn hard to find it, and I don't know how to find.
He's got it.
Okay. So I'm going to share. Maybe. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to show you guys.
Oh, look, it's the Red Hat Society.
These are all Miss Jaslyn's pictures. I just got to pull it up now.
Oh, wow. She's selling old toys.
Stuff, plushies.
That's cute.
But what do you think of her pictures?
No, they're great. They look professional.
She did a phenomenal job on all her pictures.
Ah, Paddington Bear. There's a Mandela effect about that one. People do not remember him red hat and blue. They remember the yellow. So I want to know
I
Paddington
remember
Bear.
both.
You remember both?
Yeah.
It was both. But that's just it. It's like red hat, blue, or yellow, or
Yeah, and she even figured out, like, if it's a lighter color plushie, that she uses a different background for that so that it makes it stand out. And it doesn't, like, fade into the background. So, I mean, I'm very proud of her. And she did all of these herself. All of them. But we also found out at dinner tonight that the girl has been ordering with people since she was in elementary school.
oh. See, even JRKR says she's been listing a lot. That's
Yep.
amazing. Good job, Jaslyn, if you're listening.
I'm sure she is. So I mean,
Look, it's little Groot.
yeah, she's taken all the pictures. She's done all the drafts. She's done everything when it comes to the plushies, and she's going to be learning how to list other items as well. So Tommy didn't want to give her too much at one time, so he just kind of taking it slow, and she kind of picked that stuff up really fast. So
So does anybody have any questions out in the audience or any topics that they want to talk about or anything they want to discuss? Because I was throwing out some ideas to Des earlier. We're probably not going to go that direction, but I want to leave it open to the floor.
and also the thumbnail for everybody out there who comes in, and I should have said this at the beginning as well, but sometimes I forget things. I get sidetracked. The thumbnail of this live has the DV hotline. So if you need the number, it will be there for you, for anybody you may know. And that is why the thumbnail is where it is up this week. So everybody knows. And then I think, and I don't remember if I did or not. If not, I will have to remember to put that information also in the description down below.
One of the things I find amazing, and we're starting to see it more and more. If I go to the hospital and you're in the women's bathroom, you'll actually see not only the posters and everything, but they'll be like if you have to take a urine exam, they'll say something along the lines of like, mark the cup with this pen or put this symbol on the cup. This way we know if you need to talk to somebody privately, if you need to not, if you're in danger or something like that. Same thing in bars and restaurants. They now have this thing. If you're in trouble, if there's any problem, order this particular shot, like the angel shot or something like that. Or they'll give a little code word, or they'll have like the bartender or the bouncer walk you outside. I mean, there's so many things that they have out there for people. And I think that's so impressive.
Right. I mean, it's becoming a thing where we're just not going to put up with it anymore. There's too many survivors now, where there wasn't a whole lot of survivors before. But it seems like there's more and more survivors that are coming out and speaking and talking about the stuff that they went through and letting others know, male or female, that you can do this. So it is definitely.
And I think what's sad, you made a very good point, male or female. And the reason I say that is because there's almost a double standard. Men can be just as abused and hurt and assaulted just as easy as women can. But society. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
So I'm going to give an example.
Okay.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
That was public. I watched that trial every day. And it was heartbreaking. And then for her to say, well, nobody's going to believe you anyway.
They believed him.
Yep.
They absolutely believed him.
Because men say it to women all the time. Nobody's going to believe you. You're crazy. And they do. They will make the rest of the world think that you're crazy.
Gaslighting.
And so, and then they make you feel like you're crazy, like you're imagining things. But she messed up. And thank God she messed up, because it proves. And now I've been saying this from a long time ago. Women are not the only victims. Men are too.
Correct.
And men need to be heard just as loud as women.
And you know what's even hard is, and I'm going to bring this up, this is a sensitive subject, so, is when it's a same-sex couple. Because even in those situations, there's also, being that it's already society taboo to be together to begin with, now you have a situation where there's partner abuse or domestic violence or anything like that with your live-in partner, and it's almost as if those cases go silent because nobody's going to believe them. And it's just not right. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy how many people have been able to get away with it. But now, because of survivors coming forth, telling their story, sharing the things that they went through, it's now being looked at more seriously than it ever has in the past. And I think the hardest thing is I often wonder, is it best to even tell people your story or don't tell your story? Because, all right, I've had issues in the past. I try not to talk about the issues, but I almost feel like I have to tell those issues, particularly when I'm with a new partner, because my responses to things that may be said or done or simple things will not make sense in the normal world. And when they're like, why the hell did you do that? Why are you doing this? What are you doing? It's in response to what I know from my past. And I mean, okay, one of the biggest things I do, and if you ever see me do this, then you know something's wrong, is I have the whole turtling thing. Now, it's different from slouching. Obviously, I'm slouching over I'm in pain, but I'll be talking, and if somebody triggers me or if something's said, all of a sudden, I literally do this turtle thing where it's like I start curling up into myself and I'll start like holding my hands or something like that. And I try to curl up into a little ball that you will literally see it physically that I'm completely turtling. And a lot of people have mentioned that to me. And it's like, don't turtle. Hello, Patrick. How are you today?
Hello.
He's like, stopping in to say hi. Light up those finger thumbs up. Give it. Yes. Finding Your Balance says, living at a hotel in Dallas right now. Daughter is having a scoliosis surgery. We're wishing her a speedy recovery. I hope everything is okay during the surgery.
For sure. Sending love and prayers.
Yes.
All right. Tommy says she is working on cleaning and listing a Dale Earnhardt collection.
Now, is that senior or junior or both?
Senior.
Senior.
It was my brother's.
Ah.
Most of it was my brother's. Like, okay. So Jasmine gave me this today. She didn't know what to do with it. It's kind of funny.
Uh-oh. Certificate of Advance Support. The entitlement requirement. Witness. Okay, so it's a cute little certificate.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to give it to my mom and find out exactly what I'm supposed to do with this. So she found a wallet that was in there.
Patrick's like, way cool.
We found a wallet in there with his old high school ID in it. I shoved my mom and she took it. I'm like, really? I'm going to end up with it back in like, I don't know, 10, 15 years. I'll probably end up with it back. So she's learning. She's actually got to clean the items and figure out, she's got to do the price thing. And I can't think of what it's called now. I just had it in my head and it went.
What, the Terapeak where they're looking up the price items?
Comp it.
Okay.
And then actually list it. And right now she's in the process of cleaning it and then, doing her research, and going from there with it. And I'm pretty proud of her. She is caught on so fast and it's so in her blood. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's in her blood. She is a mini Tommy and it's awesome.
It's going to be great.
It is.
When she gets older, it's going to be a powerhouse. She's going to have her own stars.
She's going to be this is what she's going to be. She is going to be a fire chief reseller who I can't even say it all. Oh Lord. Who rides motocross and jumps out of airplanes and she
Okay. Keep having dreams and keep doing it.
Okay, hey, let me see that fan certificate. You want Jasmine to come pick it or come get it so you can see it physically since you're upstairs? Or do you want me to put it back on the screen? Let me know what you want. I can do this. I can be.
It's a blank piece of paper.
Or. Do you just want to have Jasmine come down and get it so you can look at it?
What year is it from?
I don't know. It looks all handwritten. It looks like, honestly,
He already comped it. He's probably looking up the comps right now. He's like, keep that on the side.
I think this is homemade.
Yeah, that probably is homemade. Maybe not, because that car is pretty cool. Yeah, he's like, have her bring it up. He wants to research that.
She's not down here. Ooh, she's gonna be in trouble.
Uh-oh, she slipped out. No.
She slipped out again, yeah, because she's gotta come get the monkeys too. They gotta go back on the couch. There are guard monkeys. I thought she was up by you.
Oh, we're getting her in trouble. I was like, where's Jocelyn?
Yeah, because she keeps disappearing. That is one thing that she does that drives us nuts. She'll quickly do something and then run away upstairs to her room.
One of the things I questioned Des earlier. Do we want to go back to Dee or a different topic?
Well, does anybody else want to speak about it right now,
Yeah.
or should we save it for a different time?
Okay, we'll talk about it different.
Yeah, well, I was just asking everybody in chat too. That way, we can ease into it little by little, each show. And then I know we'll definitely have a big, where it's 18 and over and we can talk more. Yeah, did you get in trouble?
No. What?
Did you even hear that everybody was congratulating you? And
No, I was upstairs having a party.
yeah, stay on the main floor, please.
Aw. Congratulations, Jocelyn!
Hi, 16-year-olds. Tell ya. I was gonna say something else and I forgot.
No, you threw it out to the audience, and then you were saying how we could save some of these conversations until it's 18 or over.
Yeah, because I know that it is a very touchy subject, and I know me personally, I can only do it in small increments.
Okay.
And so, brain fart.
That's okay.
My daughter.
That's one of the things is I never want to bring up ill will or trigger you in any way. I mean, same thing
Not
with
at
me. There might be something that may trigger me, and a topic like this can really have those type of effects.
Yeah, it can. I mean, some nights are better than others, and Tommy always ends up knowing.
Tonight's not the night. It looks like tonight's not the night.
Well, Tommy always knows when my nightmares are like crazy because he ends up getting I toss and turn and swing and kick and I don't do it intentionally. So those are usually the bad nights. Real quick again, we're going to do the positive quote down up below. For each petal on the shamrock, this brings a wish your way. Good health, good luck, and happiness for today and every day. Irish blessing. So, and again, we are not professionals. We are people who deal with this on a constant basis. Every day we're struggling. Every day we're fighting. Every day we're surviving. And so, you can reach out to either one of us if you need to talk. I'll have to get your email address again for in here, and I'll put it down in the description below.
Here, I'll put it in the chat if anybody.
I thought I had it in there, but when I did it, I was trying to go a little fast, so
That's okay. I had problems with my email this week because I didn't realize that when my computer updated, it defaulted to my old email. So here I'm checking email from an old email address, wondering why nobody's sending me emails. Had the wrong email up the entire time. And now that I actually went to my Melanie Light, it turns out I've got hundreds of messages of people who are worried about me. And I'm like, oops. Oops.
Right.
So if anybody did write a message to me for the past week or so, or 2 weeks, I think, I completely been reading the wrong emails. It was my old email address. I had no idea. That shows how...
So, okay, so we do have 6 people in here. We've had a lot of people in here tonight, and we greatly appreciate you all that have stopped in, and talked with us and listened. We greatly appreciate you very much. Thursday, we will be on Melanie's channel for our Thursday Spooky Dookie Hour.
Yes. This is the
Well,
part
more
2
than
now. We're
An
doing.
hour, but
And I've already have stories prepared from some people, because last week it was about ghosts and spirits, where we talked about our personal stories. This week we switched it around for your personal stories, and so far I've got a couple of stories. In fact, I didn't check the emails because some
For
people
that
gave them to
either?
me through Messenger. So I got to check if anybody sent more stories. We were collecting spooky stories, but ideally we want you guys to come up here. So if you have a story you would like to share, we'll bring you in the back room and you can tell your story, or if not, we could just read it.
yeah, that's not a big
We're
deal.
good that way.
I actually have to get you a link.
And if you're
I'm dropping
interested
in
in
that.
just me talking, I'm actually going to be on tomorrow on a talk show as well. So this week is a talk show week for me. It's not a sales week, it's a talk show week. I might do a sale tomorrow, but I'm definitely doing a talk show.
All right, here we go. I'm grabbing the link now. Why? I had oh, I did have it on. Yeah. Here we go. I'm gonna drop the link for Thursday in the chat, and I'm gonna pin it up at the top.
Oh, and I realized my email didn't go in the...
No, that's all right. I shared it up on the screen. And I
is.
also wrote it down. I'm going to add it to the description below. But yeah, we're going to be talking about ghosts and spirits on Thursday, and there are going to be stories that we got from y'all. Hopefully you guys can join us on the panel. If not, that's all right as well. We will have a guest, but that's going to be a surprise for Thursday. They're going to with ghosts and spirits, and then like the spooky dooky stuff that they've gone through, and then so you have to tune in on Thursday to find out who it is.
I'm excited about that. I don't even know who it is.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I do? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I know who it is. I'll find out later who it is.
And then
mind is like, fuck. My mind is mush.
It's all right. It's all right.
I got the mashed potato brains.
It's just been a long week for you. Once we're off and I remind you, you're oh yeah, that's right.
That's right.
It's just been a long week. It's all right.
It's been a bad week. That's why I said if anybody has messaged me, I just realized it like 10 minutes before the show when somebody's like, why aren't you answering my messages? I'm like, what messages? You haven't emailed me anything. And then, of course, I look at the email. I'm like, oh, shit, I have the wrong email address. And
I've done that. I am not even gonna lie. I have done that. I have two email addresses on my phone, and I flip flop between them because one's for the Shamrock Pixie and then my personal one. Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, I know I got a notification. Where did it go? And then all of a sudden I'm like,
that's what happened. I flip flopped.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to hit over here. Switch over. That's right. I always tend to forget that, or I'll exit out of it and not put up my personal one, and then I miss like a bunch of messages, and it's like, well, okay, my bad. But I do have both of them on my phone so that I can look back and forth and go from there. Homemade, right? That's what I thought. Over here on this side. Pick up the monkey.
He was looking at everyone to make sure. Let me see that certificate.
Yeah, and it's no big deal. I mean, oops, I don't know what I just did, but sorry.
Oh, she's collecting all the monkeys.
Yeah,
I'm going to bring them back upstairs.
Yeah, she's taking them back up on the couch.
They're being kicked out and they're being put upstairs.
Yep.
They're being evacuated.
So yeah, it's been
They're being evicted.
They're not being evicted. They're going back on the couch.
They're being evicted from the basement.
Yes.
Do you want to take it?
Yeah, you can take Zippy in.
Take
She's
the
off.
monkeys.
she's
The
off.
monkeys, the llama drama.
Yeah. So I want to eventually take my computer setup and move it over here and this stuff over here. I just haven't gotten the motivation for it yet. So
It's a lot to move everything, so
it is. And I know it'll be better if I flip flop it, but
for me, if the
No.
toughest motivation has been cleaning for me, although I keep cleaning, like I'm constantly cleaning. What I'm trying to do is I have way too much hoarding stuff and hi baby. She's wanting to visit. I have way too
Hi.
much stuff hoarding in the garage, so I'm trying to go through my garage one box at a time.
yeah. Tommy said real certificates go for $100 to $250 on eBay. Oh dang.
Ooh.
Um,
She wants
yeah,
to
that
curl,
one's
you want to
not-
curl up in the box. Okay, here.
that I
just
know.
have-
I figured
You
that
can
was
curl up in the
a
box. Give me a baby.
homemade one. I think my
There you
mom
go.
made
Box
it.
is all yours. No, it's
Oh.
not.
All right. I think. Let's see. What do I think? We've been on for an hour and a half.
Good place to end it, unless anybody
Yeah.
has anything. Yeah.
I think so. If again, if you need to reach out, please do so. I'm at the Shamrock Pixie at gmail.com. Melanie
And
is
we'll
at
be back
Melanie.
on Thursday.
Yes, and Melanie is at Melanie_light at hotmail.com. You can reach out to either one of us if you need to talk to anybody. I'm usually always around. Maybe space in between answers, but I will always get back to you as soon as I can. Thursday, make sure you head over to Melanie's channel, Melanie Lightbeam's YouTube channel. That way you can catch Thursday's show where we listen to your ghost stories.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear it. I got a few stories that people sent already, so we'll see
All right,
what happens.
one more time, we are going to read our positive quote for the week. It is an Irish blessing. For each petal on the shamrock, this brings a wish your way. Good health, good luck, and happiness for today and every day.
That's beautiful. I like that.
Yes, we do have a guest this week. It is a surprise who the guest
Surprise
is.
guest.
But we will have a surprise guest Thursday, and she will be sharing. It is a female. I will let you know that, and she will be sharing her experiences that she's had, and I'm actually excited to hear them. She's awesome, amazing, and some of you might not know who she is, but some of you might know who she is. So with that, thank you again for joining us tonight. We will see you next Tuesday.
Yes.
And have a wonderful week. Be blessed. Be happy. If you need a upper, come back and read that quote for this week. Or you can go back to any of the other lives with the positive quotes and see which one fits for you. With that, have a beautiful night. Much love. And we will catch you on the flip side.
Take care. Good night, everyone.
Good night.